2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, coming right up, the Los Angeles Clippers taking the floor against the Denver Nuggets at Pepsi Center. Looking at Denver, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. One thing we're seeing, Kenny, certain teams that started off hot are now falling by the wayside.
Man, that happens every year, Artie. This is nothing new. No surprise. Everyone does it. The league catches up to them at some point.
You know, after teams adjust to you, you have to adjust back. If you can't, shows you weren't all that to begin with.
Very true, very true. Here's Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the tip.
The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department as they made their entrance tonight, hoping to make an impression on their home floor. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, it's all yours.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You look at George. He's got a place in the starting lineup as it stands now. He's at number 5 in the Western Conference.
And I really feel like the fans got it right. A lot of players are having big seasons in the West, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Harrell, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Now here's Murray. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. 4 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Beverley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverley just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Denver passing it around. And here's Harris from the arc. Excellent D there from George. Here's Leonard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Murray outside. Down low. Rebound by Harrell.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The shot by George, no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, size and reach and timing. That's all Montrezl Harrell there. Thrown. Oh, no doubt. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Murray. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Passes it to Harrell. Millsaps against Leonard. And there's the pass to Beverly. Sinks the triple. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Pass to Harris. There's the three. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Jokic.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Harrell. Kicks it out to Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Left side, Harris. Jokic high post. Working on Zubac. Murray, no good.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh, or
yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
No good on the free throw. Well, Brent, not many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
Good on the second free throw. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And it's Harrell missing.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And Porter drops them both. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Out to the wing. Here's Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
Clippers leading by 4. Now Leonard. 6 points for him. Here's Zubac. No good, unable to end this run.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Right block shot. Millsap trying to get open. Jokic, no good.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
A different look for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Barton subbed in for Harris. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. Oh, Leonard in position. And no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nuggets squad.
First free throw is good. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Morris against Green. Morris passes to Jokic. Left side Jackson. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's Barton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Get a feeling like that play was designed for Will Barton to get contact and get himself to the free throw line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
shot.
The first one falls.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing.
Vonleh's checked in for Denver. Landry Shamit's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Barton. So it's the Clippers now. 6-point lead. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
11 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing. Clippers leading by 6. Jackson looking around. Passes to Green. The kick out to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, you got to honor Lou Williams' shot from deep, especially if he's got other things going offensively. Has a great feel for when to pull the trigger.
Morris dishes to Barton. He feeds it to Vonleh. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Shamet. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Denver. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
From 12 feet out, Jackson misses. The Nuggets trail by 7. Barton outside. Back to Morris. The tray. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
LA has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Morris against Jackson. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
The Clippers shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Will Barton.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Good from Jackson. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on. Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Los Angeles on D. It's a 3-point game. Morris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Plumlee. Again, the Nuggets score. 1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. Now the pass to Green. Back to Jackson. Charity strike shot, and the jumper falls for him. Jackson's got 5.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Barton outside. Pass to Grant. To the inside. Here's Barton. Here's Vonleh. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Williams. Good work defensively by Morris. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, he is a straight line driver. Jeremy Grant right to the rim.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Williams. Over Morris. Williams can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Barton against Jackson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Will Barton. The Clippers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And that one falls for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Murray outside. Pass to Vonleh. 3 seconds left. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jackson, and it's Green in at the center position. Jackson kicks to Shamet. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. On defense, the Nuggets. 3-point lead. Some nice balls. Here's Shamet.
Grant could be such a devastating defender down there with those long arms and athleticism to contest shots.
Murray, the pass to Grant. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Good, nice job down low. Murray's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Here's the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Beverly, the pass to George. Back to Beverly. Leonard kicks to George. Passes it to Harrell. Clock at 4. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot from the top of the key. Not enough on that one as it misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's Murray penetrating. Porter dishes to Murray. And the pass to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here's a check of the 2K leaderboard in the top rebounding shooting guards of the past 10 games. Paul George on top.
And a 2-guard who's as prolific a rebounder as he is a rare breed in the NBA. You usually don't expect it from an off guard, but he's a big contributor on the glass.
There's a lot of big guys in the league that don't like to get touched up like he does at that 2 spot. So he gets in there, he bangs with the best of them, and then he competes for those rebounds.
Jokic, no good. Clippers trail by 14, and stolen by Murray. Feeds to Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Given how skilled Millsap is in the post, sometimes you have no choice but to foul him and hope he misses the shot.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 16 and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
They need this, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Beverly against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Millsap. Jokic has got his first basket of the night. Beverly with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So Leonard will go to the free throw line. That one on Porter.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
They double him with George. Harris passes to Millsap. That shot off. Great D that time from Harrell. Porter against George. Over Porter. No good off the back of the rim.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Martin's checked in for Gary Harris. Los Angeles on D. Pass to Murray. Jokic with it. From the left block, count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Beverly against Murray. And it's Beverly missing. The Nuggets leading by 16. Porter looking it over. It's Barton on the wing, defended by George. And again, Denver with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Passes it to George. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Barton. Great D that time from Leonard.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Denver's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers trail by 16. The pass to Harrell. To the left side wing. Porter against Leonard. And here's George. He's got 10. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Beverly. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Porter. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Harrell. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets leading by 16. Murray surveying the D. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Murray against Beverly. Murray right side. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists here tonight.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. 17-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Outside, George. Over Millsap. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. That's 12 points for George.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Millsap. Grant comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Williams. He's got 5. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there.
Clippers trail by 20. 56 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's George. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Morris into the lane. No good on the shot. George with the defensive effort.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
On the wing, Williams. Martin defending. Williams passes to Morris. Jokic with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. And the dunk by Vonleh.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's George. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. But the good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Vonleh in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Knocked loose. Out left of the wing. Zubats against Millsap. Shoots over Zubats. Bank shot, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Porter's checked in for Noah Vonleh. The Nuggets leading by 18. Here's Murray. 8 points for him. Pass to Porter. Now Jokic. He's covered by Leonard. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clippers trail by 18. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 13.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. 12 points for Jokic.
Man, Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's George. Again, the Clippers.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Pass to Porter. Now, Jokic, 12 points for him. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Murray against Beverly. The pass to Porter. Here's Millsap. Over Harrell. It's hauled in by Paul George.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic, good, and the assist goes to Murray. 14 points for Jokic.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
Murray against Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. Murray dishes to Millsap. 2 points. That one goes. Millsap's got 8.
Even though Millsap draws the contact there, he does an incredible job forcing that one through the hoop.
Clippers trail by 15. George with the ball. 16 points for him. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamet's checked in.
Taking a look at some stats for Kawhi Leonard. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable, averaging about 27 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Clippers trail by 15. Bounce pass from Shamet. Fades back. Another shot. Harrell kicks to Leonard. All alone. Good. He hits the jump shot. Leonard's got 19 points.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
The wide open look for Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You take a look at the Clippers. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, Denver. They find themselves in the 8th spot.
And I think for Denver, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Nobody near George. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 7 now in this quarter. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. 22 is their biggest lead. And it's sent back by Leonard. Second chance shot. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Paul Millsap. And the Nuggets lead by 12. The Clippers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Leonard against Porter. Fires, high post. Leonard, no luck. Nuggets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Here's Harris. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Denver leading by 12. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Combine the fluid movement and the explosiveness, and Plumlee brings it down.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Shamet. Outside Leonard. Denver grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Shamet. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Porter. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Floats it up for Millsap.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Grant, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Will Barton comes in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for George. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Williams in for Landry Shamet. Here's Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And he's good on the second.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
Williams against Morris. Grant the bounce pass. From 10 feet out, buries the jump shot. 12 points for Millsap.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Williams. He has 5. Leonard on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Shoot 2.
That one is off.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And he sinks the second.
There's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
Here's Barton. They grab their own miss. Millsap passes to Plumlee. He gets it in there. Plumlee's got 6 here in this quarter.
Getting far more adept at operating in traffic. I like that Plumlee was able to adjust to the situation and convert with a hand in his face.
Pass to Morris. Green left side. Off target from three-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Millsap. Drops it in off the fadeaway. Millsap's got 14 points for the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Williams. Drilled from 11 feet out. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, the in-between game is really nice from Lou Williams. Great at working his way into a place on the floor where he can attack you with a shot.
Morris against Williams. Passes it to Plumlee. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Barton. Rebound by Williams. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Millsap kicks to Grant. Martin from outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pulls up for 3. The shot by Williams, no good.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Grant, that's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
A minute 50 left to play in the 3rd. Clippers trail by 18. From deep. The Clippers rebound. Williams can't get it to go. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Stolen by Jackson. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Barton, no luck.
And the Stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Morris against Williams. Fade away. Morris, no good.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Low block shot on the way. No good from Grant.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And here's Denver. They're on a 14-6 run. And Millsap, here we go. Out to Morris. Fires the 3. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Morris has got 8.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
With the fadeaway. It's good. 22 points for Leonard.
And he's
clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Morris passes to Millsap. Barton, wide open, he fires, nails the wide open jump shot. Barton's got his third basket of the night.
Will Barton catches the ball, a great job of squaring up, and the defense better be aware of him there.
And here's Leonard from three. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Denver on top, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Nuggets leading by 21. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
And here is Morris. Here's Barton. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 21.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Grant outside. The pass to Jokic. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Jackson has the open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 19. Grant the pass to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Leonard. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams against Grant. Plumlee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
No good on that one. And the Nuggets with some changes. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Gary Harris comes in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Lou Williams. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Beverly. Back to Zubac. 5 to shoot. Harrell the pass to Leonard. Fader on the way, and the shot is good. Leonard's got 15 points in just the second half.
You know, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Pass to Jokic. Over Harrell. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. 16 points for Jokic.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Floats one. It's hauled in by Harris. Denver leading by 20. Murray kicks to Harris. The three-pointer, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. From deep. And the Clippers miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Murray against Beverly. Murray, no good.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Harris outside. Double team on Millsap. Porter in the corner. Back to Murray. Over Beverly. Here's Jokic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Lots of reliability on Jokic being down there and being big to collect the rebound. What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league, and now he's a star player here in Denver, franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
Free throw, no good for Jokic. And with Jokic, he was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
You think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking five that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
To the paint, Harrell. Harrell on the follow.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 22 is their biggest lead. Harris outside. Passes it to Millsap. It's Porter outside. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got 6 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 19. There's the pass to Harrell. Dishes it to George. Over Harris. The shot by George, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Harris kicks to Jokic. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. George against Harris. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Beverly against Murray. Back to Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Then obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. They get it back. Millsap. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Enjoy the aggressive play from Millsap on that possession there to draw contact on the play.
And the first one drops. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
Now, Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat, and has performed at an all-star weekend.
Porter with a block. Pass to Murray. The three. Drills the three-pointer. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 assists. Los Angeles calls timeout. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Clippers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Daniels. Magruder passes to Noah. Here's Shamet. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Shamet's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Denver leading by 23. Murray, the pass to Vonleh. Here's Bates Diop. Shoots over Patterson. Bates Diop misses. They swipe it. Deflects the pass. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Free throw good from Daniels. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Noah. Harrell comes in for Patrick Patterson. Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And George is subbed in for Rodney Magruder. Both free throws good from Daniels. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation, to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard, and that one good. Leonard's got 30 points.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Here's Vonleh. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's the floater. Baseline J on the way, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, Patterson being a little more assertive in the offense here tonight, ready to shoot that time off the direct pass.
Murray against Beverly. Pass to Vonleh. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bates Diop. Shoots over Patterson. Again, the Nuggets score.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain,
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor,
yes,
and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Bates Diop. Here's Vonleh. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Outside Leonard. Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, decent mid-range shooter. When Beverly is looking to score, it can make him a little bit more dangerous.
Passes it to Vonleh. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league, that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Tries from 10. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Magruder passes to Beverly. Yep, that one goes.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Daniels. Morris outside. And again, unable to change momentum here. Now here's Leonard. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.